It's a new location, but it's the same great sports talk. Live from Roadhog Willy's in Mount Vernon, it is the Monday Night Sports Talk Show with Tyler Mathias, talking all things winter sports with coaches and players from around the area. The Monday Night Sports Talk Show is brought to you in part by Knox County Veteran Services, Griffin Insurance, Page One Group, Extreme Air Heating and Cooling, and Roadhog Willy's. Lunch and a show. It is the Monday Night Sports Talk Show with Tyler Mathias from Roadhog Willy's.
All right, thank you so much. We are back here at Roadhog Willy's, our final show of the season here. It's the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show, and we thank you for joining us here from Roadhog Willy's, Harcourt Road in Mount Vernon, and also presented by Coverage Electric Plumbing and Construction, Page One Group, Knox County Veteran Services. Of course, Roadhog Willy's here at Extreme Air LLC. Bill Wheeler's with us. We appreciate him joining us here. His microphone's trying to escape him, but he's here, and we appreciate him joining us here. Bill, let's talk a little bit about things have changed a little bit. You know, I went to the dentist last week to get some fillings done. Hadn't been to the dentist for a long time, and I come back, and there's like TVs up on the wall and everything. I was like, am I still under some kind of thing here, or am I imagining this? But no, there are TVs up here. So what's going on in terms of the renovations and some of the things you're doing here at Roadhog Willy's?
Yeah, each week I think there's something new that's added that we're slowly getting to the remodel. If the camera could pan, there's more here behind the bar. We've got TV set up around the area, and we'll be doing some adjustments to tabletops and stuff like that here down the road also, but don't have a time frame yet when it'll all be complete. Yeah, we're waiting on several things, license and different things like that. So
is it going to change your hours?
No official date. This so we're starting to work towards some employment scheduling, and so this Saturday coming we will be open till 7. We've done 5 in the past, so all this week will be 11 to 7.
All right.
And then so here in the near future we're going to take those 2 shifts and then try to open later too, trying to ramp up for what's coming.
Yeah. Now you can do catering right now. If you want to do catering, that's an opportunity to do that if you want to do that.
Yeah, the catering season's right around the corner. I mean, we still get stuff weekly here and there, but the calls are coming in for the spring and summer weddings. We usually book up clear through the end of October with weddings, so the local catering, we got our small packages. We'll feed 20 people to 55 people, all the way up to 300 people.
All right.
But,
I like it.
So the local businesses can take advantage of our smaller packages. So.
All right, perfect. So you want to do that? You want to jump on that right now? Some of the specials that you have here, it's hard for me to go away from the brisket sandwich because it's so incredible. So I can get a brisket sandwich tonight and fries. But I've had the cornbread sundae with brisket on it and did some different things and moved some different things. When you come to Roadhog Willy's, what are your options in terms of meats? You got a lot of different meats that people have that their options here at Roadhog Willy's.
Yeah, all the time we have our pulled pork, our pulled chicken, and our beef brisket. Mm-hmm. That's always in-house. Fridays and Saturdays we do the ribs. Mm-hmm. So we've got a few different specials daily that we do different too, from the Reuben sandwich on Thursdays. Bologna, our smoked fried bologna, is if anyone's never seen it, it's thick. It's a big sandwich.
Yeah.
So those are Fridays and Saturdays.
Yeah, and the ribs you can get a full rack, you get a half rack, quarter rack, anything like that.
Yep.
All right. You get that, and then the Reubens. So you smoke the.
We smoke the whole corned beef just like our brisket. Slice it up, and yes, it's one of a kind.
I'm a big Reuben guy, but you don't have them when I'm here on Mondays. But
I've come over to make it down here on a Thursday night.
Well, and I've come down on other days, but I can't go away from the brisket. It's just really hard. Though I do, like other things, the brisket's just so darn good here. We appreciate Bill joining us here. So, if people want to order, are you guys now? This is our last show down here for the season here. So, are you guys going to stay open on Mondays? Are things going to change in terms of Mondays for you guys?
No, not on Mondays. If we, with future plans, we hope to do Sundays.
Yeah.
In the near future, hopefully, with things going right.
Yeah.
We're hoping to expand into Sundays, but not quite yet. I mean, we got a lot of training, get the right employees in here to to be able to do that.
All right. So Mondays, they're closed. They open for us. We appreciate you doing that, by the way. And it certainly was great to be down here and stuff, and we're excited about that. Now, people can come down. This is a great place because you can walk in, order your food, sit down, it comes right to your table. You stay in here and eat. You can get it to go. You can order online. You can order it and stick around and take it with you. There's just a lot of options. It's whatever you kind of want when it comes to picking up food here.
Yeah, if anyone's never been here before, the system is counter style. You walk up, order your food first. If we can't give it to you right away because you've ordered fries or a specialty sandwich, we give you a number. You go sit down, we bring it out to you, but you order it at the counter.
Yeah. So. What are the sides here? I mean, I get fries because I like the fair fries, but
everything's scratch made here, from the potato salad to the coleslaw. We got a baked macaroni and cheese.
Okay.
And then we got the cheesy potatoes. We used to just do collard greens on Fridays and Saturdays. We now are doing that daily. So we have collard greens in here. We have a southern green bean, has the bacon and onions in it. So we have plenty of choices.
What time you have to get in here? I mean, pretty early, or is it kind of?
It depends. Rib mornings are the early mornings.
Okay.
I've got to get in here, but usually it's 6 a.m., 7 a.m. when I'm in here.
Pork ribs, is that what they are?
Yeah, pork ribs.
All right. Shoot them right off the boat. I'm a big rib guy.
Yep.
So in terms of what website you go to, how do we get a hold of Roadhog Willys to make an order?
Well, you can call in here at 740-326-1408, or you can get online at our Roadhog Willy at live.com. That's live.com. That's our email address, or the website is there's so many of these emails, but it's roadhogwillysbbq.com is the website.
All right, you got these shirts available too here, right?
Shirts are available.
I like that.
Sweatshirts, and we bottle 4 of our sauces.
You do?
That are ready to be, take right out the door.
What's your favorite sauce?
It's always been my Sweet Southern Peach.
Okay, that's the one I've been using. I think it's this one, right?
Yep.
Yeah, there we go.
I created that a long time ago because I was doing whole hogs,
Yeah.
and everybody injects with apple juice, and I said I'm going to inject mine with peach juice, and then I was using peach wood, and I said now I need a peach sauce, so that's how I came up with that.
All right, that's awesome. Get down to Roadhog Willys. They'll be open tonight until 8 o'clock for the show, and then tomorrow opening up at 11, closing at 7, and get down to Roadhog Willys. But, Bill, thank you so much for having us down here to do the show. It's been great and a lot of fun, and we really appreciate your staff. You guys, you got a great group down here, Bill, I'm telling you what, and awesome food, too. So we appreciate you having us down here and stuff, and looking forward to talking with the teams here coming up. Do want to thank, of course, Roadhog Willys, Extreme Air LLC, which is just next door, I believe. Griffin Insurance, Knox County Veteran Services, Page One Group, and Coverage Electric Plumbing and Construction. Now, I typically have the mugs, but Gary didn't remind me, so I might have to run out there during the break and get the mugs for the kids here. They're in the back of my car. But certainly appreciate you having us down here, Bill, and we look forward to coming down and eating more of Roadhog Willys at Harcourt, 504 Harcourt Road, Sweet Bee. Sweet Bee. All right, there you go. So check it out. We're going to take this break. We'll come back, and more of the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show from Roadhog Willys is coming up.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back. That's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-4240 and visit pageonegroup.net.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Shank.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 1.
At a real person when you call, not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Everyone loves Road Hog Willys. Where else can you enjoy the finest meats in their own signature line of barbecue sauces? This counter-style restaurant offers dine-in, takeout, and catering options. RoadHogWillysBBQ.com. Smoking the meat to mouth-watering perfection. That's Road Hog Willys in Mount Vernon. 740-326-1408. Good. Extreme Air LLC is your Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that, extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X, extremeairllc.com. 740-403-1901, where service.
All right, we are back here at Road Hog Willys, and it is the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Centerburg boys basketball joining us here in the program, and we are down to just Jack now as the player that will be representing here. No, got to tease Grace a little bit here. These guys are here tonight because they didn't buy a ticket to go to the game for the girls' game, but they're here. And John's here. He sold his ticket, scalped it for 5 times what it was worth. So he's glad to be here. No, we appreciate you guys joining us. Centerburg boys basketball, and we're going to have Mount Vernon boys basketball. You guys kind of started the year on the show. Heck, when you guys first came in here, we were over there. We weren't even where we're at right now. But we appreciate you joining us. John Marhefka, Grayson Reynolds, Jack Lawrence. We thank them for joining us. Centerburg Trojans finished 4th in the KMAC at 6-6 this season, and they start tournament play coming up on Friday night. Don't know who you're playing yet, but it'll either be Horizon Science or Cardington Lincoln. So you guys could be playing the same team the girls are playing tonight. But looking forward to that coming up. But, John, you look at this season, it's been kind of an up-and-down year for the Centerburg Trojans, to say the least. And you've had some injuries. You've really gotten some young guys involved. So let's look back here at the regular season to this point. And well, it's over now, but the regular season, then as you get ready for tournament play, what kind of stood out for you during the regular season?
Yeah, I think one of the best things that we had was we were a resilient group. We did battle with a lot of stuff, and no excuses. I mean, that stuff happened. Some of it was out of our control. Injuries, even facilities, we have a little bit of a problem. Just getting room to practice and do things with the number of guys we had. And those are the things that inside that people don't always see. But the guys have been, adaptable and adjusted to everything. So I think it was good. And like I said, we had a good practice today. The vibe's good. We're getting ready this week. We'll go tomorrow and see the game, scout it, and then see who we're going to play on Friday.
Yeah. When you went into the tournament draw, what was kind of the game plan for you? You obviously got a bye situation, but you're 16th seed, so you didn't really have a ton of options there at that point.
Right. There are 25 total schools, and with the RPI this year and the placement, so the upper teams 1 through 8 could pass, so you kind of got to wait to see how it plays out and see which path you go. I don't often always like to take the bye because we've had 11 days off right now. Games will start tomorrow, but I think we've been pacing ourselves pretty well. And like I said, I think we have a good draw, but you guys take it one game at a time and then kind of take your best path that we can.
You're seeing a situation where the girls, teams playing Cardington Lincoln. You could be possibly playing Cardington Lincoln. Do you ever look at, and does it even affect you when you say, hey, we could play somebody that we've already played a couple of times this year? It's hard to play teams 3 times. I mean, you split with them in the regular season.
Right.
So.
Yeah, the girls they've got to beat a team 3 times, which is difficult in the season. But I think, we look at it that there's a comfortability, we know the teams through the KMAC when you scout and you play them twice in the season. So everybody knows everyone, and it's just going to be a good battle. But like I said, we got to wait and see who comes out on top, because it could be, Horizon Science Academy, they have some ability, and it's a little bit, we've got some film on them and watched some things. So it's up in the air. And they played earlier in the season, so I think it'll be a good matchup.
Yep. Grayson, as you look at this year, you've obviously gone through some injuries yourself, and you bounced back. You've been able to play and things like that. Did you get hurt during the Fredericktown game on the road? Is that what happened?
Yeah, I got hurt in the first half of that game.
Okay. And you still ended up playing really well. You kept them in
I wouldn't say really well, but I played.
Well, as you look at the season, the ups and downs, what are some of the things that have stood out for you? Maybe the positives and some of the things that you say, hey, this has been tough this year. You've been able to kind of grind through it.
We have a lot of, especially the positives. We had a lot of guys step up, especially me coming hurt. And then when I got hurt, I was supposed to play the one game against Northmore, and it was just like I couldn't play. So it was like, all right, Owen Taylor, come in. You're a freshman. You never played a varsity basketball game in your life. Let's see how you play. He stepped up really well, and he played. There's a span where he played really well. Every single Jaden played real well. Miles Marshall played well. Jackson Ballinger played well. And that's great for the future, I really think. That's just positive for them, and I think some of them got a big head, but everybody's going to be that way. But negativity-wise, other than getting hurt and having a few issues here and there, there wasn't nothing really truly negative. Everybody found a way to keep it positive. Yeah. This is probably one of the best teams I've been a part of. It's never been a negative group of guys. Yeah. They're always positive, always got a smile on their face. You're going to be frustrated. It's the way it happens, but I've never been a part of a group that's been so positive like this one.
Coach said that when he told Owen he was starting the one time, he just kind of went in the locker room and said, hey, by the way, you're starting today.
He did. It was fun. Because Owen sat there with a blank stare like, okay,
all right.
Prepare myself for this one.
Did you have a message for him, though? Being the senior and him being a freshman?
Yeah, right before he ran out, because JV was still playing, I just kind of pulled him aside and I said, hey, man, I've been in this spot before where you're a freshman playing varsity, and I said, just kind of play your game. Let the game come to you. I said, don't force the game and don't try to do too much. Just let it come to you, and you'll play well.
Yeah. Jack, as this season has gone on, you're a guy that's been in this program, and you played a number of games at the varsity level. What's maybe stood out for you, maybe the positives and the negatives of this season? You guys sit at 8-14 right now, getting ready to start tournament play this upcoming weekend. But what has stood out for you in some of the things throughout this season?
Just going off what Grayson said, how much freshmen have stepped up, Owen, Jaden, Miles, and all them. But how we just come into practice and kind of put our losses behind us and just try to make the best of the moment. And it's just been fun just being able to play in the moment.
Yeah. Coach, we've talked about it before. When you get in a situation where you're at a small school like Centerburg, and sometimes you have a big senior class, and you want to, pepper in these younger guys so they're not deer in the headlights when they play at the varsity level the next year and things like that. To get these guys this experience, these young guys, and then guys like Grace and Jack who have been at the varsity level can kind of teach these guys while they're here. How invaluable is that, and how have these younger guys kind of stepped into their roles here throughout the season?
Well, I think it's extremely valuable, and we talk about having a program and trying to develop guys, and some of it they got to take on their own in the non-traditional season. They're going to have to prepare and train and do some things. But there's nothing that can get you ready for when you step into that level and the pace of the game, the intensity. It's a whole different view. And I think all of the young men had said that, that was their first response. Yeah, it's a little different. But I think these guys were very supportive and trying to help those guys out. And, it's always tough because everybody wants to play, and so you've got the older guys that want to play and contribute, and you got these younger guys that think they can play and contribute, and they get there, and then when it's push comes to shove and they're thrown out there, then they notice it's a little different. Maybe I need a little work here and there. That's why, like we said, with the Owen situation, we were thinking about it, knew it was coming, but I didn't want to give him too much time to think about it. Yeah. So that was a little bit of a strategy there. But like I said, for 3/4 of that Northmore game, those young guys, answered the bell, bring some energy. So hopefully that continues to grow, and we've got some guys coming back, and so hopefully they'll develop together and really, build a good team and program.
Seemed like you had a lot of those young guys play in that second Fredericktown game where they had to come in, and it was like, hey, this is a team that's – it was a very meaningful game. Fredericktown wins the game. They win a share of the conference, and you had some young guys come in. Quite frankly, they played pretty darn well for that moment and that atmosphere.
Oh, absolutely, and I think they were getting ready, and we were trying to prepare them. I think we always knew – we were trying to bring them along. I didn't want to do it as quickly as we had to, but due to injuries and some other things, then we had to. And I explained that to them. I said, look, you guys are always capable, but we've got to, work our plan and keep that in mind at all times. And that they did. And now at the second half of the season, we've been changing some things up and adding it to where they can get into that rotation now. And so even some other guys have had good practices here lately, and I'm keeping an eye on them, and I think they're going to bring some things here in the tournament run.
Yeah, Grayson, as you now kind of get that second season coming up with the tournament run and things, and you're not 100%, but, it's your senior year, you're going to battle through it anyway. Everybody kind of battles through some different things, but as you get into the tournament, do you kind of feel a sense of, okay, we have a new life here. We've beaten Cardington already if they end up winning and things like that, and there's an opportunity here for us a little bit to maybe make a run. What's kind of your mindset going into this tournament game on Friday night?
It's another game. Yeah. I know it's life. Surviving your dance now, but I'm just kind of like, hey, everybody's like, oh, it could be your last game. That's the last thing on my mind.
Yeah.
I don't worry about winning this basketball game, but it almost doesn't. There's no difference. Sometimes, like my sophomore year, I felt a difference a little bit. Junior year, I felt a little difference, like going to the tournament practice. But this year is just another day almost. I'm used to it, and it's just I'm gonna go play another ball game, see if we can go win one. So that's just kind of where I'm at right now with it.
All right, and Jack, you kind of echo that sentiment, or you kind of are you looking at it a different way?
Yeah, we just gotta focus on ourselves. We don't really need to worry about who we play. We need to worry about us, and we need to just get back to the fundamentals and play our ball.
All right. Again, we appreciate Centerburg Boys Basketball joining us here tonight on the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show from Roadhog Willys, also presented by Extreme Air LLC, Knox County Veteran Services, Griffin Insurance, Coverage Electric Plumbing, and Construction. We're going to take this break. We'll come back, talk some more with Centerburg here coming up on WMBO.
Is brought to you by
Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street, Mount Vernon. Stop in and see us today.
Extreme Air LLC is your Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that, extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X, extremeairllc.com. 740-403-1901. Where service is not a business, it's a lifestyle. Everyone loves Roadhog Willys. Where else can you enjoy the finest meats in their own signature line of barbecue sauces? This counter-style restaurant offers dine-in, takeout, and catering options. RoadhogWillysBBQ.com. Smoking the meat to mouth-watering perfection. That's Roadhog Willys in Mount Vernon. 740-326-1408. Good.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
Here's your forecast on 100.9 FM and 93.7 HD2.
Partly cloudy skies early tonight. Thunderstorms developing late with a low in the upper 40s for Tuesday. Take that umbrella with you. Scattered thunderstorms in the morning, then mainly cloudy during the afternoon with thunderstorms likely. We'll have a high near 60 degrees. More thunderstorms with gusty winds and small hail possible on Tuesday night. That's your forecast on 100.9 FM and online, WMVO.com.
All right, we are back here at Roadhog Willys. Centerburg and Cardington Lincoln, by the way, are facing off in girls basketball right now, and so you can check that out on our WMVO Facebook page. Grayson was just doing that, so we we appreciate these guys joining us. I got to rip, but I'm a Centerburg guy myself, so I got to rip you guys a little bit. So it's a close ball game, and but okay. So I want to look back here a little bit. Throughout the season, you guys do set a record of 8-14, 7-game losing streak right now. But if you look back at it, and a number of your games were close ball games, and so tell us a little bit about just in those ball games, in those moments, some younger guys. We saw it with the girls team last year, where they were close, and they're younger team, and there was those close losses. Now they flipped it this year; they've won the conference, and turned those close losses into wins. Tell us a little bit about what your team has done here, in those close losses to maybe say, hey, we can flip the script a little bit next year, John.
Well, I could be like Rick Pitino and throw everybody under the bus.
But you don't have the white suit on.
Right. And I won't ever wear one of those. No, I think, the guys have been, like I mentioned earlier, resilient. They're coming back, and they've had good attitudes about it, and they are young. But I don't want to make excuses for that, because we had a bunch of sophomores last year, and we ended up 15-9, and they came back as juniors this year. So maybe the expectations were, set up. But again, some of the stuff outside of our control, injuries, the timing of all that stuff, and it was somebody at every point. I think Jack was out a few games. I can't remember when we were at full strength.
Trevin was out a couple.
Yeah, he had a couple. We weren't at full strength at any one time, and so I think it was good that the young guys got that, and hopefully they'll learn from that and continue to grow. But that's again their perspective, and we kind of hopefully continue, because we try to tell them there are good coaches, good players all over. It is not easy. Basketball is a tough sport during the time of year and all the attention to detail that you need. So hopefully they're learning that, and we can move forward.
The conference this year, it was a battle. I mean, obviously, Fredericton came into Centerburg with an opportunity to win a share of the conference, which they did. It was a battle throughout. What was your overall thought of the conference this year and some of the matchups that you had in the conference? I know you lost an overtime game with Mount Gilead, and Cardington Lincoln you split with and things. I heard didn't really like that game against Mount Gilead.
Shoot 14 free throws to their 40. I don't know what else you can do. And it takes some overtime to beat you. But anyhow, when we go through that, I figured Northmore was going to be the favorite and have everybody coming back, and they were a strong team. I thought Cardington did a heck of a job this year, and they turned the corner a little bit. Coach Rice is doing pretty well there. So the whole competitiveness, continued to grow, and Coach Dibbling losing all those seniors last year, bringing his team along in the end to compete. So it's never going to be easy. So that's one thing that we're looking forward to is hopefully we can have some competitive endurance and get back to it and accept those challenges.
Grayson, what do you want to kind of leave for these younger guys? Obviously you kind of been in a situation where with an injury this year, kind of, mentoring them along anyway, but what do you kind of want to leave for them? So maybe in next year and 5 years down the road that they maybe are set up for success.
Especially for, I've been around Jack and Trevin and them for the longest time. I know them all throughout middle school, and now I know them through high school. But especially the freshman wise, just knowing that leaving the leadership behind a little bit and just kind of knowing the way to do it and the way our staff wants us to play the game. So they're not going into their sophomore year. So they go into their sophomore year like, all right, I know what's expected and how expected. And once they get to seniors, they're like, all right, well, I watched it happen my freshman year. I watched my sophomore year. Hopefully there's a bunch of leadership there. And then their junior year. So I think that's just kind of what I'm leaving behind is just a sense of leadership and then just have have something to follow almost. Just have a guy to follow and remember and know how it worked.
All right, and you'll be playing on the baseball diamond this spring, right?
Yeah.
Starting shortstop for the Centerburg Trojans. Go check them out. And Jack, as you look back at this season, I mean, you're only a junior, aren't you?
Yeah.
So you've got another year. What have the seniors meant for you this year, and looking forward to this next season already?
I mean, I've known Ryder and Grayson since 7th grade coming into middle school, so that we've always been close, and like I've always looked up to them. But they'll definitely be missed, and that's next year. Me, Trev, Zay, and Bennett are all gonna have to step up and try to fill big shoes that they've like kept there.
Yeah. Coach, what has the seniors meant for this program? I mean, you get guys like Grayson and you get guys like Ryder and things. What have they meant for this program as they now will complete their season, hopefully in a couple of weeks?
Yeah, hopefully we can.
But what have they meant to the program?
You know, they've been part of it for a good while here, and I really am appreciative of what they put into the program. Grayson's been there since he was a freshman and going back and forth and played with some guys around him. And it always had that potential. I think, that was evident, and we got some accolades for the end of the year. Other coaches, even when he was injured now, still recognize the impact he'd have with us. And then Ryder Scott's been giving us a lot this year, coming into your senior year, and just giving us everything he has. It's been really good. And then we have Austin Anderson, who started playing as a sophomore and has just really developed and come on. But again, another good young man that's been part of it and has been improving and battles every day in practice and keeps pushing those guys. So I think it's been good that those three seniors are leaving something behind for them and so the guys can follow. Hopefully they will pick up, because leadership's always going to be a question year in and year out. Who's going to lead a team? Who's going to take the reins and try to guide them?
Yeah. Well, we appreciate you guys joining us a number of times that you joined us this year on the show. And hopefully you guys have a long tournament run. And a reminder right now, if you want to watch Centerburg and Cardington girls basketball, it's on our WMVO Facebook page, so don't miss out on that.
Right there.
We're here at Road Hog Willys, Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Let's take this break. Come back here from the Maverick and Yellow Jackets next on WMVO.
Time and temperature is brought to you by
Knox County Veteran Services, located at 105 East Chestnut Street, Mount Vernon. Stop in and see us today.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric Plumbing and his team. A call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric Plumbing and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric Plumbing and Construction. 740-627-8004.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Shank.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back. That's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-4240 and visit pageonegroup.net.
Everyone loves Road Hog Willys. Where else can you enjoy the finest meats in their own signature line of barbecue sauces? This counter-style restaurant offers dine-in, takeout, and catering options. RoadHogWillysBBQ.com. Smoking the meat to mouth-watering perfection. That's Road Hog Willys in Mount Vernon. 740-326-1408. Good. Extreme Air LLC is your Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that, extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X, extremeairllc.com. 740-403-1901. Where service is not a business, it's a lifestyle. Here's your forecast on 100.9 FM and 93.7 HD2.
Partly cloudy skies early tonight. Thunderstorms developing late with a low in the upper 40s for Tuesday. Take that umbrella with you. Scattered thunderstorms in the morning, then mainly cloudy during the afternoon with thunderstorms likely. We'll have a high near 60 degrees. More thunderstorms with gusty winds and small hail possible on Tuesday night. That's your forecast on 100.9 FM and online, WMPO.com.
It's unbelievable. All right, we are back here at Road Hog Willys. It's the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. Thanks to the Cityburg Trojans for joining us. Now we got the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets. Nick Kuhn to my left here, along with Quentin Rowland, Tucker Kirby, and Zane Barber. And we thank them all for joining us. And automatically, Zane is one of my favorite guests because he has red hair like my son. Got to give him a shout-out. Appreciate you guys joining us. Always love having the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets on the program here. Getting tournament play underway on Friday, and it could be a blast from the past because you could be taking on New Albany. We'll wait to see what happens because, again, we didn't know what was going to happen in 2018 either when we went to Granville, and we know what happened there. But, Coach Nick Kuhn, let's talk a little bit about your season up to this point. Regular season is over. You took on Northridge last week. We had Northridge on the show a couple of weeks ago and things right before they were going to play you guys and stuff. And what is this season? You look back at it. What are some of the things that have stood out for you? Some of the positives, some of the things you say, hey, this has kind of been a battle for our guys throughout the year, and some of the things that, hey, you say, season's not over yet. We still have a chance to make some noise in postseason play.
Yeah, I think, coming into the season, and we kind of just talked about this, we lost 7 seniors from last year, 5 starters. It was kind of the unknown because at the varsity level, we just weren't a proven team or proven individuals. But our guys really had a great offseason coming into this year and got themselves physically ready. And then they've learned every step of the way mentally and put that with the physical aspect of it. And that's what it takes to compete at the varsity level, especially with our schedule and our league. Constantly gotten better throughout the year. Kind of a disappointing finish losing our last couple in the regular season. But like we've talked about, now it's tournament time. Everybody's 0-0, and it's a chance for us, whoever we end up playing on Friday night. For us, it's going to be a challenge, but we're excited for it, and we're getting prepared for it.
One of the things we always talk about, we cover a number of your games and stuff, and Curtis does some, and I do some. We kind of split it a little bit. Is that you're never going to see a Mount Vernon Yellow Jacket team give up or lay an egg. You played one of the top 2 teams in the district, Delaware Hayes. That was a different animal. I mean, Jesse Burris is a different guy. Bird there. It's hard to play. And then, Brady Barb just basically shot the lights out for Johnston. But other than that, you guys have been pretty close. You played one of the best teams in the state in Lexington, very close in the 2 times that you played them as well. In terms of that kind of growth from guys who almost had to step into some different roles, you mentioned 7 seniors had to step into these roles and play teams like Lexington and Delaware Hayes and Newark. You guys were right in those ball games.
Yeah, and I think that's just the constant mindset our guys have had of, hey, every day is a new day to get better, and we compete as hard as we can. And, that gives you a chance. That by no means is ever going to guarantee you're going to win a game or whatever. But our guys really enjoy being around each other. Every day is fun to be in the gym with each other. And I think that's a big part of why we've improved throughout the year and why we've been able to win some of the games that we've been able to.
Quentin, I'll have you kind of start here, and I don't know if you all just want to share that one. Okay, there we go. How it works. But Quentin, as you went into this year, what was maybe some of the things that you wanted to accomplish throughout the year? Now you're through the regular season, and look, you still have time, and postseason's coming up and things like that. But did you accomplish some of the things that you want to accomplish this year? What were those? And just kind of give us your kind of thoughts over this regular season.
Yeah, so the biggest thing for me this year coming in, I didn't really get a lot of minutes last year, so I was just excited to get on the court, varsity level, in front of a big crowd. And then something that I've had on my mind is a tournament win. I feel like we haven't had one in a minute.
Yeah.
And I'm just excited to see what we can do.
All right, you get there, anything can happen. 2018, Nick. And as Nick always says, you only have to beat them once. And you guys don't have a ton of size on this team.
Yeah.
Other than you, and, you're kind of the size there.
Yeah.
Did that kind of change the way you wanted to play this year? Or was it kind of like, it doesn't really matter. We just have to go with what we've got?
Like Coach said, we have been putting in a lot of work in the weight room. So I think just being stronger than maybe some of those guys that have some pounds on me is important. So, yeah.
Yeah, you bodied some people up inside. I watched it throughout the year. It's been inside. You weren't afraid. Get inside there a little bit. All right, Tucker, I'm going to here if you want to grab that mic down there in front of you. Now, obviously, your situation is a little bit different because you didn't get to play, and unfortunately, and it stinks because it's your senior year. When it happened to Hudson, he still got another year to play and things like that. What have you felt kind of your role being where it's like, okay, it's my senior year. It's a bummer. You don't get to play because you're hurt, but what did you feel in terms of your role and some of the things that you took on here for this year?
I felt like my role was just kind of throughout the season picking other guys up and just really being a good teammate, whether that's positive words of encouragement throughout practice or during a game, just picking up for my guys, really. That's all I can say.
Yeah. Now, are you healthy or are you back to full strength? Are you able to play a little bit? You got to play some pickup? Or
I'm like 95%. I'm in practice every day. I'm doing all the drills. I'm playing against our JV squad every day, so yeah.
Bill Murray against Space Jam, right? That's who it was, right? He came in, who knows? Surprises there. And you look at what has maybe stood out with this group of guys that we have here. You lose the 7 seniors last year, and now you have this group. What has maybe stood out with this team?
I think a lot of our guys just being fearless and just going in there. A lot of the times we're undersized, or people think just because we don't have a lot of experience that we're outmatched. But I think we put up a good fight every game, and like Coach says, you can always just give effort when nothing else is working. Just always try your hardest.
Defense travels too. Zane, you're a sophomore here, and when I went over to Lexington to do that basketball game, they said, "Wait, Tyler, you can't do video. You're gonna do." I said, "You know what? This is where my wife went to school. Fine, I'll come over to the game and do it anyway." And then they tipped it in the air, and Braden Fogle scored, and I thought this is going to be a really long night. But fortunately, it wasn't, because it ended up being a very good game. And one of the reasons it was because you got to help stay in the basketball game and things. What were some of the things that going into this year that you wanted to do for yourself to better yourself, better your teammates, and some of the things you wanted to work on and expectations?
One of the things that I've been working on lately is like shooting and being able to knock down shots and finding teammates open all the time, making the right plays.
And, of course, you've gotten in there and gotten some rebounds, too. I think against Lexi, I don't know, 6 or 7 rebounds and things like that. You get in a big game like that, does it kind of amp you up a little bit more, get ready to play in a game like that?
No, not really.
Okay.
Even
keel.
I've played a lot of basketball. I play AAU everywhere. I mean, I'm used to seeing guys bigger, faster, stronger.
Yeah.
So I'm prepared.
Yeah. Now, you're a younger guy on this team. What have the seniors meant for your development throughout the season? Some of the things maybe they've said to you, maybe some of the things that Tucker said to you.
Tucker really gave me a bunch of energy. He was my energizer throughout the year on the bench, holding up threes, celebrating. Jack was my mentor, just always being there, finding me open, telling me things I can do better. Drew, same thing, just keep giving me feedback of what I'm doing.
Yeah, we're going to talk some more with these guys about their season here coming up on the program. Malvern and Yellow Jackets here tonight. And you heard from the Centerburg Trojans earlier. We're going to take this break. The Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show from Roadhog Willys. More coming up here on WMVO.
Your sinks are backed up, the electric in your master bedroom needs rewired, and now the wife is asking for a new addition. It's time to get in touch with Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Now Construction. Give Brian and his team a call at 740-627-8004. They can fix your electrical and plumbing needs and give your bathroom and kitchen a remodel.
Cubbage Electric Plumbing and Construction is a proud sponsor for all the local high school teams.
Enjoy the season. Cubbage Electric, Plumbing, and Construction. 740-627-8004.
Extreme Air LLC is your Carrier HVAC dealer. With financing available and testimonials on the website, you can see why Extreme Air is exactly that, extreme. Servicing, installing, and repairing all makes and models to give you the heat and cool you deserve. Servicing good old Knox County and surrounding communities. Check them out online at extremeairllc.com. That's the letter X, extremeairllc.com. 740-403-1901. Where service is not a business, it's a lifestyle.
Everyone loves Roadhog Willys. Where else can you enjoy the finest meats in their own signature line of barbecue sauces? This counter-style restaurant offers dine-in, takeout, and catering options. RoadhogWillysBBQ.com. Smoking the meat to mouth-watering perfection. That's Roadhog Willys in Mount Vernon. 740-326-1408. Good.
Griffin Insurance, taking care of your family since 1972. In today's day and age, it's very uncommon to get a real person when you call. Not at Griffin Insurance. We represent multiple carriers to find the best rate for you and your family. Whether it's auto, residential, commercial, or farm, we're here to help. Call Griffin Insurance at 740-397-7488. Griffin Insurance, finding you the best rate.
Veterans serving veterans.
That's what we do here at Knox County Veteran Services. Hi, I'm Kevin Henthorne, your Executive Director.
And I'm Financial Coordinator Melissa Schenk.
And we're here to meet the needs of Knox County veterans and their families.
We can help with emergency financial assistance,
filing of disability and pension claims, VA healthcare enrollment, and even transportation to VA healthcare facilities.
Please give us a call at 740-393-6742 or stop in and see us at our new location at 105 East Chestnut Street in Mount Vernon.
Page One Group in beautiful Mount Vernon has your best interest in mind when it comes to you and your printing needs. Whether it's printing, design, laser engraving, or sublimation, there isn't a texture we can't print on. Promotional products are how you keep people coming back. That's where we come in. Your business is our business. Page One Group, open Monday through Friday, 9 to 5. Call 740-397-4240 and visit pageonegroup.net.
We are back here at Roadhog Willys, and we thank you for joining us here. Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets will open up the season or the postseason here Friday night. They're either going to play at home against Thomas Worthington, or you're going to play at New Albany, which you spent a number of years at New Albany for years and years. I remember going up in the cat loft and Dave Dolstein telling me, "Can you go get me a chair?" So he could get up there, but. Coach, as you look at it, and your conference that's a tough conference. I mean, you look at, obviously, Lexington's just really, really good this year. Mansfield Senior's good, and New Philadelphia's good. You probably are going to really miss that trip. As you leave that conference, what has maybe stood out playing in a conference like that? You're going to get in the Licking County League next year, but has it been a good experience for you in that conference, in the Ohio Cardinal Conference, or do you kind of wish you maybe I would have, not liked the drives to Worcester or anything like that, but was it a good experience to be in that conference?
Yeah, I think, overall from just a basketball conference perspective, it's been a good league for us. Competitive league, the community support their teams, the gyms have good environments, good facilities. We were fortunate to win the conference one of those years in there. In our transition to the Licking County League, I think we're going into another very good basketball league. It'll be definitely an adjustment for us, but we've had good good memories, good experiences within the Ohio Cardinal Conference. And like you said, this year was no different. We had some very good teams in our league, and we feel like that prepares us throughout the season to continue to get better towards the postseason.
It was a really fun drive home after the Lexington game, too. I just want you to know the other night. But certainly now to move to the Licking County League, do you feel like this will maybe help you? Do you think it really doesn't matter that much? I mean, you're going to be playing more Central District teams now in the Licking County League.
Yeah, and that was one of the draws, is to get back to Central Ohio, which may change again as far as postseason goes. We may, with them going to 7 divisions. We're probably either going to be one of the smaller Division II schools or one of the biggest Division III schools. So that'll also be something that's going to be a change coming next year. So we'll see how that all unfolds. But really we're just focused on this week, and then we'll think more about those things as far as the future goes later.
Quentin, as this season has gone about, what are maybe your favorite game that you've been in, been a part of? I mean, obviously the Lexington games were pretty high-energy ball games both times. I mean, you lost by 9 the first matchup on the road. You lose by just 3 at home against Lexington. What maybe are some games that really stood out for you this season?
Yeah, for me, the biggest game of the year for me was the Worcester game at home.
Yeah.
I think that's just a big rivalry that I've had since middle school.
Any other one? He's trying to think. Did you get a game winner in that Worcester game?
I did not, but
it was something like that.
Yeah, it was just a good
close game. Yeah.
Another one was New Philly. They're just a tough squad.
Yeah.
It was early in the season. I think we just did a good job pulling through.
Yeah. As you look at the tournament, and obviously it's going to be a tough road in front of you and things. What's been kind of the message that Nick has maybe said to you guys as you start this week? You got a game at the end of the week. You haven't played you're going to end up not playing for a long stretch. How does he keep you guys fresh and some of the messages he's given you?
I think he just tells us not to look at roster. Just know that the guys that we got in our locker room are more than capable of getting a win. So we're excited.
You guys played Newark really tough, and they got a pretty high seed.
Yeah.
I mean, you guys played them really well, so we'll see what happens there. Tucker, I want to ask you a little bit about, maybe a memory that stood out for you. Obviously, you couldn't get on the court and play, but any memory kind of that stood out to you throughout this season?
Probably the biggest memory this season was, I'd say early in the year, that New Philly game.
Yeah.
I think some of us maybe had some doubt in our own team. Like that, and pulling out a win early in the season gave us some confidence and set us up good for the year, I think.
Yeah. As you look at it in terms of maybe the message that's been conveyed this week, and maybe even your role of the message for this week. Obviously, you can't play in the ball game on Friday, but maybe what coaches want your role to be as you prepare for the tournament. What's kind of been the message?
I think the preparation for the game, I can definitely help with that in practice. Getting my guys ready. Just pushing them, giving them positive words of encouragement once again, and just everyone's 0-0. Anything can happen on any given night. So that's just what we keep telling our guys.
In 2018, I always refer back to that. Nick said, "Well, we only had to beat them once."
Yeah,
and you did. And Jerome Hunter and Pickering North went home, and certainly was a fun atmosphere there. That was before live stream took place, so that was just on the radio. But I did record it, and so we had all that great stuff. Zane, what's kind of been the message that's been conveyed for you this week? Obviously, you and Quentin have had a big role in this team and the success of this team this year. What are some of the things that coaches maybe mentioned to you for this week?
Just to keep it like any other game, it's just 8-minute quarters, 32 minutes of basketball.
Yeah.
Just find a way to get and win it.
Yeah. Any moment or this season that's kind of stood out for you?
Me personally, I most enjoyed when coaches came into the locker room, squirting water bottles. All the guys are clapping and cheering after big wins.
Yeah, makes it fun, and certainly it's going to be a pretty fun atmosphere there at New Albany. If it's there. If not, you get to play at home, right?
Correct.
Because they're at 37. So Thomas Worth is 37. You're 31. Something like
There's
that.
so many teams in the Central District, I don't know all the seeds.
I think there's 49 teams in the Central District.
49.
But in terms of the mindset, we talked about it before, you get into the tournament play, it's when you go home, and you've said it before, that you don't have to be perfect or anything like that, but you have to be better than the other team, 1 point better than the other team that night, and you're moving on. As simple as that. It's that kind of the way you try to preach it to these guys, and as you get to that point where it's like, hey, the RPI stuff's now behind us. We don't have to worry about that anymore. I won't even ask you what your thoughts are on that. But is it a sense of, okay, now we got a new season, and it's one game at a time, as you mentioned, but you only got to win by one and survive in advance?
Yeah, and that's exactly right. And we've talked about, it'd be great to have a home game, but we really don't care which team wins tomorrow and where we play. We are very confident in the group that we have and that we're going to compete at a high level. Tournament game we've talked about, there's a lot of ingredients that go into being able to compete and earn a tournament win. And we feel like we have the guys in the locker room, the intangibles, the character, that we have those ingredients. And then it's about just going and doing it then. And we still have, 3 more days to prepare for that. And we don't want to be at our best until Friday night when that thing tips off and we got to play 4 quarters of basketball.
You say you had like 11 days in between or 10 days in between from when you played Northridge to this. I mean, what does it change his regimen? Does it change how anything goes?
We've kind of broke it up into many segments of where we go really hard and then take a day and then go really hard. And like today, we got after it pretty good. We'll get after it tomorrow. Wednesday will be more of a less physical type day. We'll know exactly who we're playing. It'll be a mental prep day, and then we'll crank it back up Thursday to get physically and mentally ready for Friday. The interesting part of it is both the teams playing tomorrow have not played since February 16th with the quirk in their schedule. So we're kind of in that same boat with them.
Okay.
So really, I mean, you can find excuses if you look for them, but all the teams got to be able to play, and you got to be able to execute and compete at a high level to win a tournament game.
All right, I'm going to ask the players here one more thing here. Quentin, in terms of the fans, I love the fans at Mount Vernon. They'll be running down the sideline, everything. Well, you have a message to the fans for Friday night to come out and support you guys, whether it's at the Hive or not.
Yeah, hey, whether it's at the Hive or not, we'd appreciate you guys coming out, supporting the Jackets, and hopefully we can pull out a dub.
I love how you just stared right at the camera to say that.
That's right.
That was fantastic. I really like that. All right. Man, this guy, you want to be in media or something? I mean, that was great. You both looking right at the camera. All right. Tucker, the camera's over there. Anything you want to tell the fans?
You guys have been great all year. Just come out and support, whether it's at the Hive or New Albany. Watch us get a win, hopefully.
Yeah, all right, perfect. And Zane, anything you want to say to the fans there at Mount Vernon?
We'll appreciate it if you come out and support us, and hopefully a big win.
All right. And Zane kind of caught the Bad News Bears up there. That's what he was looking at, and then he looked at the camera. I'm just kidding. But, hey, we appreciate you joining us, and we always love when the Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets can join us here on the program, the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show. And thank you guys for coming down. I think you made it down 3 times this year, and we really appreciate it. These teams, whether it be Mount Vernon or Centerburg, they have no obligation to come down here. And when the first year we did this, it was kind of like, hey, are they going to show up or not? And we just really appreciate that these guys are willing to take their time. Sometimes they have to adjust their practice schedules and different things to make it down here for us. We really appreciate it. I know the fans out there really love to hear from you guys and what's going on. And so Mount Vernon Yellow Jackets taking on either New Albany or Thomas Worthington on Friday night. So we'll see how that goes or where that goes, and then we'll kind of go from there. Of course, right now on our WMVO Facebook page, Centerburg and Cardington girls basketball tournament action, again, on our WMVO Facebook page. But we want to thank Roadhog Willys and Bill for having us out here, and the great staff, the hospitality. This has just been fantastic. They have awesome food, and they've been great to us. And, of course, to all of our wonderful sponsors, thanks to all of them for joining us here or being part of the program and being on the program, and they have been fantastic for us as well. Page One Group has the mugs, which these guys will be able to take with them. Knox County Veteran Services, Griffin Insurance, Roadhog Willys, Extreme Air, LLC, and Cummins Electric Plumbing and Construction. But thanks again for joining us for the Griffin Insurance Monday Night Sports Talk Show for this season. That'll do it for the year. And join right now Curtis and Dave for Cardington, Lincoln, and Centerburg on WMVO's Facebook page.